Hello and welcome everyone to the stream. Today we got a pretty fun deck on the queue here. We're going to be playing my own brew in Legacy, which has been a blue-white Super Friends list based around Narset, Teferi, Jace, and Karn, who've all been doing very good work in Legacy. Narset, really good. Most of these very good in the blue mirrors. Narset, Teferi, just not allowing your opponents to draw, not allowing them to play instants, so that you basically win every counter war. And then Karn being this really cool value package, allowing you to tutor up silver bullets. So, really cool deck. I've been working on it myself. We also have 4 Ancient Tomb and 4 Chrome Mox in order to gain a mana advantage. So in order to power out turn 2 Karn, or even turn 1 Karn, which is possible, we have some faster ramp. We have some cool lands like Sky Cloud Expanse, which is what we're going to be trying out. Got a Snapcaster, got the Narset Days Undoing. And then in the board, we have a lot of 1-ofs. We have a 15 card sideboard. Not something you usually see, but because we see so many cards, we just want our answers in the board to be flexible. And then we have some tutor targets. So we're going to hop into a league with this, and hopefully we get some really cool gameplay. And then this deck still plays the really good cards of, Brainstorm, Ponder, Force of Will, Jace, Spell Pierce, Spell Snare. And yeah, here we go. Alright, so round 1. So unfortunately, we cannot keep this hand. We don't have a blue source, so we're going to mulligan. It's pretty slow. This hand, we unfortunately only have 1 land, so we're going to have to mulligan. So we're already on 5. So I kind of have to keep this. We're going to pitch probably Narset and Plow. Although we can cast this Plow. I'm going to pitch the Teferi. Keep this Force of Will. Volcanic Island, Ponder. That's fine. So really hoping to draw some lands. Ponder is good because it's going to let us find lands here. So we're going to get an island and we're going to ponder. And we see lands here, so that's good. So we are going to be keeping the lands first. I don't really want to show my opponent that I'm doing something funny yet, so we're just going to draw island. We're going to pass. It's fine. I'm just going to position this a bit. Hex Drinker. 1 second. No, it can even be a bit. Okay, but this is still too low, so I want it slightly lower. There we go. Okay, so Hex Drinker is going to be really good here. Do I want to Force of Will this? It's really bad for me by Force of Will. So we're just going to let it happen. It's not that scary right now. And we have the answer here. We just have to find a land to actually do it. Who's this nerd? Nerd that's trying to test some Legacy. What to do? Could just go for a brainstorm here. Don't want to die to daze though. We could just go land go. I want to play Narset next turn, so I kind of want this to find... I want this to find a plow. We unfortunately did not find the land, so that's really bad. So these white cards aren't doing anything. You think I should have Moto sounds on or no? I turned them all off, but I'm not sure if that's wrong. So unfortunately, this is going to level up through instance, right? So now I can't even plow that. So it's going to be a problem. Might just die to this card. It's not looking good though. It's not looking good. You're gonna have to play this. Yep. Bit unfortunate. Is this Narset happening or no? That's fine. We don't care about the brainstorm. We just want to... I don't really know what I can find here, though, is the problem. Because this Narset's going to die. And I don't really have... Okay, Supreme Verdict is... But there's a Days Undoing. I mean, they're definitely going to kill this. So... I guess I have to take the Verdict, but I'm so far away from casting it is the problem because we don't have a white source. Could take Days Undoing. It might just be the Days Undoing here. Hope they don't kill the Narset. I'm thinking I now just have to like play Days Undoing. I mean, I could still obviously pitch things to Forcible. Ooh, that's a good Wasteland. Yeah. It's gonna kill the Narset. Alright, now we're in trouble. If we weren't already in trouble before, now we're in trouble. 2 Hex Drinkers? Really? Wow. I wish I drew white sources where we could play we could have played our Plow or our Verdict. I could force this. I kind of just need to Days Undoing, so I think I'm gonna let it happen. You need to land here. Alright. Well, we're going to win this game anyways. Because there my line would just be play Days Undoing with Force of Will. And... Now we're not going to win. So yeah. Getting Hex Drinkered in the first game. This card's definitely very powerful. We're going to take 8, and then we're basically dead next turn, so... We need a really good brainstorm. Could happen. That is not going to do it. Okay, this is fine. Let me just open my thing here. Alright, so... I love how they just played 2 cards and won the game. That's great. Okay, so in this matchup, let's see, how do I want to board? They showed me that they're Rug, but I didn't see much. I have to assume they have Ren and 6 though, so we're going to board in our answers to Ren and 6. Let's see. What do we potentially want here? Answers to Ren and 6. I want the Verdict for the Hex Drinker. Ashiok is probably too slow. And I want answers to the Hex Drinkers. And we'll leave the rest of these on the board. So now, what do we want to cut? Let's see. We could probably trim a Jace because they are likely a bolt deck, and you want to not have too many things weak to Jace, weak to bolt. I like the Teferi's Narsets. It's possible I don't want like all or any Forcivals because they're very card inefficient. So it's possible we just cut all the Forcivals since we're never going to win the counter war anyways. And I just want all my threats to, all my cards to do something. So it might just be this. Alright, we're going to go with this. We're just going to try to play the fair game. Wow. We really need hands that let us do things. Okay, this is at least a hand that lets us play. But this deck really gains a lot from having explosive draws with Chrome Mox and Ancient Tomb. So we are going to probably tuck a land here. Could tuck Snapcaster, but it lets us see this. So I think we just tuck land here. And we're going to go for a turn 2 Brainstorm with the fetch land. They cap 7. Okay, so they are a Delver deck, which is what we thought. Okay, so we could play around Daze. I kind of want this to get Island, and this can still get both. So we're going to do this into... I guess I could just wait here. I don't need to Brainstorm right away. But if I find a Plow, I do want to Plow this. I think I go for the Brainstorm now. We could also find Chrome Mox and whatever other bullshit. Okay, so that wasn't amazing. We could honestly just play a Mentor next turn. What is the worst card in the hand? Because, well, we don't want the 4th land here, and we could probably tuck a Narset. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's hope this Delver doesn't flip. Okay, it didn't flip, so that's good. We have the answer to the Wrenn and 6, which is very important here. Ponder, we can't really do anything about it. Let's see what they did with the Ponder. I guess I should leave this. They shuffled, so that's good. So this is not guaranteed to flip next turn. And it looks like they don't have anything. So I have a Narset on top. Question is, do I want to draw the Narset? Do it on the upkeep. They could have Stifle, so it's possible. I don't really want to draw another Narset, though we're gonna fetch here. Hopefully there's no Stifle. Although maybe I'm supposed to... I guess it's the same thing. So we can get probably Island here. I want to play this Mentor. Let's get Island, and then this can get Plains. Karn is fine. I think we run out this Mentor because it plays around... The thing is, if they just untap and bolted, it's pretty bad. But they didn't play a red source. So I think we're also going to fetch this now because they don't have Stifle up. We're going to get Plains, play around Wasteland. I think I just play this Mentor. Because if I get to untap with the Mentor, it's going to be really good. They have the Daze, so that's not great. But anything we were going to do there is getting dazed. Hey! How do I pronounce this? Roma... You'll have to help me out with this. Roma Ryovidal? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. As we see the Delver flip. Get hit for 3. So they revealed Red Elemental Blast, but I don't have a red source yet. So this is good for us. So we find the Sky Cloud Expanse. So now... I think we just run out this Narset since it's going to be leaving open a island. They could have another Daze here, so we're not going to jam the Karn. And the Narset resolves. So we're gonna look. We could take Verdict because... Yeah, so we're going to take Verdict here. So now they aren't really incentivized to get to play a creature. And if they don't, then they're not going to really pressure us. Okay, Wasteland is slightly unfortunate. But I don't think they played a land last turn, so they would have had to have drawn the Wasteland. Okay, let's lead on Brainstorm. Okay, we find the land. So this Hydroblast is not doing anything right now, but it can counter this. This Days Undoing is doing nothing. I think I'm going to get rid of this Hydroblast for now. We're going to fetch with this. Going to go get... See, I don't want to get Wastelanded again. So we're going to get second Plains here, and then we're going to Ponder. These are cards, so we're going to keep these. Probably keep... I want to play Teferi next turn. So we're going to keep it like this, and we're going to draw Teferi. So they do have a lot of cards. They finally find their red source. Ponder. Okay. What do they do with this Ponder? They chose to not shuffle. Hey, Rob Meadows, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. Really appreciate it. Glad people are enjoying some Legacy, even though we are getting beat down by this Delver. But we have what it takes to kill it. Then he chose to shuffle. So he's got the red Elemental Blast up. It's kind of risky, but we could just jam the Karn. Although... So because they know we have the Verdict, they're not playing creatures, but... This is kind of an interesting spot. Whatever I play is going to eat the red Elemental Blast. But I kind of want to protect my life total. I'm drawing a Narset next turn. I think I'm just going to play this Verdict. Also, let me know what format you guys like the most. Since I'm planning on streaming a bunch of different formats. Okay, so there's a True Name with the red Elemental Blast up. So I'm getting a bit punished for not keeping the Hydroblast. So I think I lead off with this Ponder. And now I find a bunch of Chrome Moxes. Okay, so this is not going amazing now that they have the True Name. So we could keep Chrome Mox, and I'm definitely jamming a Planeswalker. These cards unfortunately just don't do anything, so I think we shuffle them. Draw another Narset. Alright, so we're going to play this Teferi, which will allow us to win future fights. There's that. These games are very hard to navigate. It's like it's tough to know that they have that they're sandbagging a threat when they haven't really played anything. Surgical Narset. Wow. Okay. Did they have any reason to know that we had Narsets in our hand? No. So they actually just blind sniped 2 Narsets. Wow. Okay. Well played. Well played. Just the blind. I respect it. Now they know our hand. We don't have anything we can do. Kind of have to draw another Verdict here. We find a Plow. So we're going to go for the Plow now. Then we're going to snap. Maybe Brainstorm, maybe Ponder. Although they might have another Red Elemental Blast or Pyroblast. These games are tough. Honestly, Blue Mirrors are tough. Yeah, there's another one. Now we're in trouble. I'm going to go to 4 here. Yeah, so I really should have kept the Hydroblast. Was probably what costed me this game. Can't really play that. I guess I could play it. What's in my sideboard? We have to get the bridge. We can't really tap it though, so we just have to play it. They have the counterspell. Yep, couldn't pay for days anyways though, unfortunately. And so now we're on one turn of draw, verdict, or council's judgment, or they have bolt. Okay, well played. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to beat this deck. The Delver decks are really good, and fortunately I have to come up with an answer to it. It's like game one. Game one, we unfortunately did not find a white source, and then that game, even though they didn't draw Ren and 6, we just kind of died to their creatures, which usually shouldn't happen. So I'm gonna hop into another one here. Our hand is a bit slow, but we do have a brainstorm, so we're gonna keep it. Mox Diamond. Is this lands? Looks like it might be lands. Loam. It's a good draw. Ooh, we find a Chrome Mox. That's really big, actually. So what we can do now is go Chrome Mox on this Snapcaster Mage. And then we could turn one Brainstorm with a fetch land, which is really funny. Okay. I don't need 2 cards here, and we probably don't need another land. We want to play around Wasteland this game, so we're going to... But I do want to fetch. So I think I get rid of this, and then we play probably just this. Yeah, and then we're going to pass. So what you can do just to slow the Carnage is going to be really good here because we actually get to kill this Mox Diamond. They find Blast Zone and Stage. Okay. How do I do... Let's just like put this here. I guess no, that's where my thing is. No. I guess I'll put this like down. No, I should probably go up. Where should we put this? I guess I'll put this down here for now. So the Loam, I think I'll just counter this Loam. Get Island, and then we're gonna pierce this Loam. Just because we want to just, you know, slow them down a bit. My zone will not be getting blasted, I'll have you know. Really want to find an ancient tomb or a chrome mock. So now, this is going to be really sweet. We are going to get to fetch this for probably plains. Then we get to chrome mocks. Put to fairy. And then we get to play a turn 2 Karn the Great Creator. And we get to kill this Mox Diamond. So that's really sweet. Well, it's just like, I don't need to get a card. They're going to cycle. They get to cycle and dredge loam? No. I mean, either way, it's locked down. And then, what am I really going to get out of the board, though? Could get, like, Crucible next turn. Question is, do I want to get 2 cards? Oh, actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to crypt them. Yeah, that's the play here. The play is definitely get crypt. So we get to lock down the diamond, and then we get to crypt their loam. So now they don't really have an engine. Yeah, that's definitely the play. No, I don't think they have 2 loams. This, I assume, will find the loam. Oh, so they did dredge. Okay, so they dredged loam. So they still have a loam in their hand, and then they just discarded it. So that's fine. We just need to buy time, really. If we find lattice here, we just win the game. Or if we find an ancient tomb, we're gonna win. So now in the board. Again, we really just want to lattice them. So we're going to lead off with this Narset. We're going to activate the Narset. So Plow is going to protect us from... But they're like nowhere near comboing. But I guess it's just like... It's just combo protection. And then this is going to... We'll just kill this. Just because we want to protect our Karn from punishing fire if it dies. If they have it. Which it looks like they do. So at least they have to use their turn. Kind of bringing this back. Again, we're just trying to slow them down. We have protection from their combo now. So they can't really kill us. They have to kill this Karn. And now we still have a lot of redraws. There's the 2 we wanted last turn. I'm going to take Ponder here. Just because we already have, like... We just need to find a good card. Okay, there's Karn. So... We can't Karn... let's see. Again, we really want to Karn lattice them, since that's how we're going to win. But this is not an exile. How do we want to do this? I could take the Karn. I can't play it in the same turn, though. And if I use this... So we could Karn... The problem is we're going to be drawing 2 bad cards. We'd have to Karn tick up. I guess this actually works. We get the Karn tick up, and then they could bring this back. They can only hit the Karn once, so I think this actually works out fine for us. So we're going to draw the... I'll just draw the land this turn. And then we'll pass. Actually, no, I wanted the Karn there. What am I doing? I want the Karn there. That's not good. There's the crop rotation. So I was supposed to Karn there, tick up, and then we would Karn lattice. So, oh, kind of punted a bit. But I mean, they're not really doing anything. Do they still have the loam? There's the loam. Karn. The other line is we just try to wait and do it all in the same turn. It's kind of complicated. Can't Needle name... Can Needle not name Punishing Fire? Whenever it's an activated ability? No, it's a triggered ability, so that doesn't work. Karn tick up, they're going to tap this, get this back. No, they have to pay 1, so they can't. So I think this actually still works. No target. I think this is still going to work. So they can get the Punishing Fire back, but it can't play it here. Dredge Loam, they find a port, but that's fine. So now they can play Punishing Fire, they can return it back, and they can play it again, I think. Which means that the lattice, they can kill it in response to the lattice. So they're passing. Again, we're not dying anytime soon. It's just like, how do I... 1, 2, 3... 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 8 mana, so we could play a Ballista on 4. So if I -2, they play Punishing Fire, then they return it back and they play it again. So I can't actually do that. We could just get like Crucible of Worlds, but then my thing dies. If I just put in Snare, they're gonna loop this Punishing Fire is the problem. It's pretty complicated. Again, we have double plow for their combo. It's just how do we want to... I could just put bridge in play, but then my Karn is going to die. But if I go up, then they're going to hit it twice, and then they can hit it twice again. So we need to get a card here. They might respond by killing the Karn. Hey, Matsole. I don't know if it's a Swarm View. Too many mats in the Legacy community, clearly. Okay, so... I think it's either Crucible or Ballista. Okay, this is true. Maybe I'm supposed to put the cam on the bottom. My opponent has a forest. There's nothing else. What What do we want to get here? It's like Bridge, Crucible, Ballista are all like fine options here. I could play a Ballista on 4. But again, that can die to the... They could just kill both. So I think I might just get the Bridge. And then... We're just going to put Bridge in play. So that we're not going to die to the... to their field plan. Yep. Yep. That's why we couldn't lattice there, because our thing would just die. This Field of the Dead's actually going to be probably doing work. Loaming back these 3. Yep. Yeah, it's possible I should move the cam to the bottom here. So they have a wasteland. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So this, now they have to respond to this with their Punishing Fire, otherwise they can't play it. So they can't play Punishing Fire. I think I still just want to draw. Since we just got to keep digging. Okay. So they can do this, but they can't play it. Okay. We do have to find something eventually. Bottom is worse. Middle might work. Some room on the side. I need to figure this out. I might have to remake the overlay. Or I could just shrink the cam for now. I just like shrink this. I'll shrink it after this match, I guess. Okay. So we keep bricking, which is unfortunate. Ooh, 2 Field of the Dead. Okay. So again, we're going to be under bridge here, so we can't actually die. But... Okay. Yeah. Attacking me. This is fine. One of my outs here is just draw Days Undoing, and then... But then they can kill the thing. That's true, although I just don't have... Like, if I just draw Karn... That's true. I do want to keep the Teferi in play. Nice. It's like I wanted to find another Narset or something that can redraw me. Okay. So they're going to get back a bunch of Punishing Fires here. We're slowly dying. I'll take one more hit of this, and then I'll plow that. Or we'll plow the 20. As the 2020 is irrelevant because we have bridge. It's fine. We will take a draw step. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Drawing all ends. So now we're going to take a bunch of damage. No. That's weird. I should have plowed one so I don't take damage here. We'll just plow it now, I guess. Oh well. Kind of clicked too fast there. They're going to make guys. This is fine. Okay. So, this game didn't go as well. We could still just, you know, get in our set and, like, loop. But we definitely had to draw something in the middle stages of the game. This matchup is, in general, good for us because our game plan, it just goes over the top of them, and we have ways of answering their Dark Depths combo because we're playing a bunch of white. So they played an exploration. Guess I need to make a new overlay. Force of Will. It's not a card. We're gonna keep playing. We could draw. Time is running out though. If it wasn't for this punishing fire, then we likely win the game. I'll just counter this. So I guess the best draw would be Narset. He has 2 loams. Make more things. Sure. There goes all our lands. Find Jace. I guess that can brainstorm. They're going to kill the Jace in response, probably. I don't know how we're going to get over the punishing fire, though. Mentor's not going to do anything. Neither is Force of Will. We're going to fetch. Then we'll play this Brainstorm. These cards don't do anything. We'll just pass. They did just pass us on time, though. It's going to take them time to kill us. So, loaming back, bunch of wastelands, that's fine. We're not going to have any... I have 9 cards in hand. It's still possible in this game. They're destroying this. That's fine. We wanted to fetch anyways. Get island. Punishing Fire Jace. Yeah. So I could brainstorm here to get a fetch in case the cards are bad. So I think I do that actually. Okay, we find Karn. But Karn can't really get anything. I guess it's the best card here. We'll get our planes. So we have nothing we can really get is the problem. I guess I get the Crucible here. But now we can't Karn Lattice them, so I don't see how we win this game. It would have to involve a Days Undoing, would be how we win this game. Like, we still have the Days Undoing left in the deck, so I think it would have to involve that. But if we do draw Days Undoing, even if we give them a fresh 7, but then they just kill us with the zombies, so... It would have to be a Days Undoing with Narset in play. I think at this point, we might be on the timeout plan. So I think I just have to let them use as much time as possible. And then hopefully... Very interesting game. I don't know if there was a line that would get us to actually win. But sometimes you got to use... all the resources you have. We'll let them just do things. We just have to play cards from our hand. I mean, we also have to win 2 games in like 12 minutes, but our deck is capable of winning faster. We only take 1 damage every time they do this, so it's going to take them a lot of clicking for them to actually kill us. Yeah, we'll just leave with Brainstorm. Find Verdict, so let's just put these back. We'll play this Verdict. We're gonna play Fetch Land. Play out Mentor, pass. Again, like, it's gonna take them a very long time to actually kill us. So, we just want to fetch. Copying a Taiga? That's interesting. So now they waste a thing on this, which is kind of irrelevant. We're going to fetch this for nothing because we want to shuffle. We find Narset. That's a big draw. So if this can find Days Undoing, I guess. We'll take another Narset. Is it actually correct to not play the Narset here? No, because I have to play spells out of my hand. Yeah, we play Narset. Activate this one. We find the Day's Undoing. So if I do that, they are going to get back Punishing Fire, replay it, get back Punishing Fire, replay it, and then we die. So I think we just take Verdict and just wait. All right, we're just gonna let them waste time. I think that's the play here. Because now they have to kill the Narset, or they're just gonna go straight for me. We're only taking one every time they do this. We'll activate this. Take a Ponder. Maybe I'm just supposed to be F6ing here. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. No. Play this to Fairy. So now they can't actually... Ooh, they let this happen. So now this goes up. This is going to play Verdict. Then we're going to pass. So now if we can somehow dig through the deck to find the Day's Undoing, we can actually win the game. Unless they kill the Narset. They still only have 10 minutes, and... I guess I could have played a land from my graveyard. Should remember that. Like, they have to do this now. And then if I can somehow dig for that Day's Undoing. So maybe I was supposed to just take it, but then they would have just killed the Narset. It kind of has to be a surprise that we have it. This is fine. They have to do everything now. On me. On me. They're going to get them both back. They only have 9 minutes. Punishing Fire me. So if I can somehow dig enough, I think we can win this game. That's not it. Should I draw here? I guess I have to draw here. Bounce this. Okay, so that's not going to do it, so we'll play this. We'll just play this. Exile this. We'll pass. We did have a chance there. Would have had to have, like, strung Brainstorms and Ponders together. But... So I can't see them I can't see them killing us before like 8 minutes on their clock. And then they have to win another game in 8 minutes when we're probably favored post-board. So I think are we done on this turn? Yeah, we're done on this turn. But they're going to be pretty low on clock. No, they have to wait another turn to kill us. So I'm just going to like F6 through my turn. They don't have a way to... Sure. Sure. There's nothing here I could draw, so we'll just let them waste any clock that they can. Yeah. Okay, so 8 minutes and 5 seconds. We have 10:57. We lose game 1, but that's fine. We are going to board in Force of Negation, Ashiok, Surgical. Do I want to board in Crypt, or do I want to get it off Karn? Again, I have to kill them, so... Let's see. Counter spells aren't amazing. We're going to cut Spell Snare. Probably cut Council's Judgment. I guess Verdicts are bad. Even though it's fine there. Maybe I want to keep in one. Let's see. Purge doesn't hit anything. Question is whether or not we want Crypt in the deck or in the board. I think it's fine in the board. I think I just cut some more reactive cards. We really just need like a fast start and just trying to kill them. Could like board in Ballista because of the attacks, but okay, we'll go with this. So we really just need a fast draw and have them waste clock. So yeah, this hand's fine as a turn 2, whatever we want to do. Probably put Teferi under this and then play a turn 2 Narset. The plan here is to just win game 2, make them waste clock, and then not have enough clock to win game 3. Although if we lose it to Teferi and they have combo, that's going to be worse. They multi 5? Wow. Okay. We're just going to pass. It might even be correct to play the turn 2 Mentor, depending on what they do, since it is going to kill them very fast. They went land, go. They could have, like, Gamble in the turn here. We draw Ancient Tomb, so I can go Ancient Tomb on to play Mentor. Then I can still play Narset next turn. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Turn 2 Mentor plus Chrome Mox. And we're going to put Narset under it. And then we're going to pass. So this is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good clock. It's a good clock. So they have to have like the Punishing Fire here, and if they don't, they have the Punishing Fire, so they don't just lose. I think I want to go for probably Narset here. I'm not scared of them comboing, so I want to not take 2 damage here if I can. We're going to take probably Plow. Hey, Builder Burn, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. Let's hope we can win this game for you. We need your all the energy. Sylvan Library is fine. We're going to bounce it with the Teferi. We're going to use Narset. Take another Narset. We are then going to play Teferi. Red Elemental Blast. Do I want to... I think I do. We're going to counter this. And then this is going to bounce this. That's not great. Play a land. I really wanted them to not... I really wanted to build my advantage and hopefully draw spells afterwards. Loam. It's fine. They don't have a way of getting back the Punishing Fire right now. So they're going to replay the Sylvan Library. Really hope to draw something here. That is great. Tick this up. We'll take 2 here to hold up Plow. Keep this one. Sure, we'll grab Force of Will. Attack them for 2. They can't actually draw more cards with Sylvan Library. So, it's going to be good for us. So, we're actually doing really well here. They can't draw cards. They can bring back Punishing Fire. We still have a clock. We're going to have a counterspell up next turn. We have Plow for that, so that's fine. We're going to plow this now. They're going to make a clue. Again, we do have to kill them, so that's the play right now. Draw another Force of Will. Oh, we find Days Undoing. Alright, this should do it. Going to attack first, and they can't do anything because we have to Fairy, so yeah. We got to execute the combo here. And we are going to hold up... No, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Days Undoing. So now we get to draw 7. They only draw 1. I could have upkeeped it. Yeah, I should have upkeeped it. That's fine, though. They only have 2 cards. We have Force. They're tapping that. That's fine. Start with Brainstorm here. Put back lands. Then we're going to fetch. Again, we've won this game. We just have to actually just kill them. Sure, we'll take Brainstorm. I'm going to put Spell Pierce under here. Tick this up. Attack for 4. I still Forcible up. I'm going to pass. They only have 5 minutes now. Crack the Clue is fine. They still can't draw with this. We have Force for anything they play. We're going to just force this. I don't want them being able to draw more cards. And they scoop. Okay, so 4 minutes, 50 seconds. We have 8 minutes. So they basically have to kill us in 450. So the way they're going to do that is by comboing us. So it's possible now we want to be more reactive because they're on the clock now. So I think I can board in like another answer to their combo. Again, we still have the 4 Plow. We could... So they showed us Tireless Tracker. So... Is there any reason for wanting... let's see. We could want, like... I think having a Council's Judgment in my deck is also good for the Sylvan Library too. So we're going to board this in. Pierce, there's a bunch of targets. Doesn't hit Tireless Tracker, but hits everything else. What's the worst card right now? Might be a Karn on the draw. It is kind of slow. We don't want to die because they have to kill us. So, all right, let's do this. Either we're gonna win or they're gonna time out. Okay, so this hand is a playable hand. They mull to 6. It's kind of risky, but I think I keep this. It has a general answer. It has a way for us to gas up, and we have Brainstorm. So Exploration's really good. That is one way we could lose. I think I'm going to go for Ponder here. These aren't cards. That is not a card either. So if they have combo here, we could lose. Okay, that's not combo. They could have crop rotation though. We're gonna go for the Brainstorm here. Really want to find Plow. Found Force of Negation. That's good. Probably put back 2 lands. Back this and oh no, I don't want to draw Tundra here. So yeah, put back these. Let this happen. Draw. Let's see. I want to get probably Island here, and we'll play Ponder. We can't play the find Chromox. Don't want to do anything with this. It'll let me Jace next turn. We're gonna have to draw 2 of these, but they're both bad. I really want to find a Plow. I think I just shipped this. Okay, we don't need to play that right away. If he plays a crop rotation, we're gonna counter it. Does not have it. Gamble. Okay, this one we're definitely gonna counter. And we're gonna probably get rid of this. Jace or Narset. We could play the Jace next turn. I think I'm gonna get rid of I'm gonna keep the Jace here. They're gonna tap this, so I actually can't play the Jace next turn. So that was a bit of a mistake. We find Plow though, so that's really good. We're gonna pass. And the next turn we're gonna play Jace. Yeah. That's true. They have Wasteland, this is fine. Port's fine. Okay, we're gonna probably just play that then. Let's go get Plains. Then we're gonna crack this for Island, because they have Wasteland. Play Narset. They have Reb. That's fine. We're now gonna play Chromox. Putting this CJ so that we don't die to combo. They only have 3 minutes here. Next turn we're gonna get to play Jace. Grudge. Wow. That was unexpected. Okay. They have no cards though. And probably tap down. So we just have to draw a land here. Okay, it's not good. We did not find the land. He found the land. We really need to get a 4-mana walker in play here. Yup. We need a land here. Wow, that's... No. Found the Teferi. Now they're going to copy the port. Wow, playing this Chromox is really costing me. Tabernacle's not a card. So now they're going to tap down 2 things. So now we have to find a land for this. Okay. Okay, Forcible's okay. But again, they have to kill us. That's not a card. They could copy 3 ports. We just need this, something to get in play here. Okay, this can get Plains, and then we're going to get Teferi in play. And I think I just go up here, and we're going to pass. So they're going to tap down 2 things, and then we have 2 draws to find a land. That's fine. They only have 2 minutes. Tap down the Plains. That's okay. Why is Moto not working? Come on. Okay, we find the land. So now we probably just get this. Oops, yeah. Get the Jason play. And we're going to Fate Seal them. Field of the Dead. Put it on the bottom. Yes. Tick this up. Pass. Again, they have to do everything on their turn. Loam doesn't do anything here. Kill my land. Port. Now we're going to just draw a card with this. Tick up. Surgical is not a card here. We're going to play this. Put this here. Play Karn. Karn is going to go get... probably... Crypt him. Again, we're just going to tick up with the Jace because that's how we're going to win the game. He's drawing a dead Surgical here. They have a minute 41, so they basically can't win the game. And then this Jace is going to mean that... Yep. So go up. This will go up. Punishing Fire we will put on the bottom. Land, tick up on nothing, pass. They have a minute 18 now. Play the Loam for nothing. And they're going to have to port me. It's looking good. I mean, I still think we're winning this game even if we time them out. We're going to draw. Tick this up. Crop rotation we'll put on the bottom. This we're going to draw a card. Snapcaster. Sure, we'll Snapcaster. Ponder. Play the Ponder. We're going to keep a Force of Will at this point. And this is just going to go up. We're going to pass. So now we have Force of Will up. They have 50 seconds. And we win. Wow. What a match. What a match of Legacy. Crazy stuff. That's how we do it. So, sick win. Didn't even need the timeout. Thanks everyone for stopping by and getting to watch some really fun Legacy. So while we wait for this match, we'll go to the deck. So still been working on this deck a lot. Original build had Dovin Hand of Control because it was really good to put on a Chromox and you could play it on turn 2 with an Ancient Tomb off any land. But I found that it was just not powerful enough. So we're trying more of just a raw power blue-white with like a Snap, the third Teferi, third Karn, and more Verdicts to try to keep us alive. And yeah, I've been very happy with this list. Hopefully if I can get it to the point where I like it, we're gonna play it in SCG Syracuse and hopefully do well with it there. Legacy just in a really cool spot now. Even though Ren and 6 has been bullying the format, I do still think there's cool stuff you can do. I've even tried playing like Ashiok main deck to try to beat the Ren and 6, but card's good. Ren and 6 is good. If anybody has any questions about the deck or just, you know, comments about Legacy, really fun format. I'm still trying out a bunch of one-ofs in the board. I have been liking this Karn Wish package too. So I don't know if it actually does anything, but after a few minutes I just like to cancel and reset the timer. If anybody has any suggestions for the deck, definitely looking to tune this. Something that's cool is the new Reclamation card. It's 2 and a white, and you can return a permanent that costs 3 or less into play. So it's really cool to, you know, get back your Planeswalkers or like a Snapcaster. So that might, or a Mentor. So that might be in the next time I try it out. Since things are going to die eventually, and like any point in that game, by just going Reclamation, get back Narset, Narset do something, then Reclamation, get back 2 things. So I think I want to try that card out for sure. Not really sure what I'd cut for it though. Really wish we could find a match. And we found a match. Cool. So let's get into round 3. We're 1-1 now. Also just, you know, trying to figure out how to beat Ren in 6. We got Purge, we have Hydroblast on the board. Alright. So this hand, we got some cantrips. We have some removal, so we're not going to die early. So pretty clear keep. Forest, huh? Elves, maybe? Playing against Elves. Okay, so we want to keep their guys off the table. So I don't know if Nettle Sentinel is necessarily strong enough for us to want to kill. But because we have this second plow, I kind of just want to keep their creature count low. So I think I actually am just going to plow this. The next turn we can go Sky Shroud, Sky Cloud into Ponder plus plow something. I assume just getting Karn Bridge is going to be good enough in this matchup, so that's what we're kind of working towards. Also, if you guys are liking the stream, make sure to follow and stay tuned for really cool streams coming. So they have the Symbiote, which is kind of scary. So we're going to be able to play Karn next turn. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to filter this, we're going to plow this, and then we're going to ponder. Since right now we again just want to keep their creature count low for like Gaia's Cradle or Natural Order to get Hoof. And so, and especially the Symbiote with Visionary is going to be tough to beat. So we could take Force of Wills here. My game plan is to Karn them. So it's possible I actually just want Force of Wills here. Ideally, I don't want to play Force of Will this turn because I want to Force of Will not pitching this Brainstorm. But again, they're only on 4 cards and they're a critical mass deck, so... Cabal Therapy. So I assume this will name either Brainstorm or Force of Will, but that's fine. But whatever they're... Actually, no, because whatever they're going to... Whatever they're going to take, they're going to just take the other thing. So I think I actually force this. Because now they can't just flash this back to get the Karn. And that's kind of our, like, what we're building towards this game. They'd have to play another, black land to play another Cabal Therapy. But even, like, main deck Cabal Therapy in Elves is really weird. He's going for a Glimpse turn. Okay. So I assume he has one guy in play. One guy in hand. He might have two. Hopefully this isn't like Birchler Rangers. Okay, so we're really hoping he doesn't like chain with this. Okay, so they only had one elf. They were trying to go for trying to like chain them so that the Heritage Druid can tap more. So we got a bit lucky there. So now we are going to get this Karn in play. And so whatever card we get here, they're going to Cabal Therapy it. So I think we actually just tick up, and we hope they don't have Natural Order to get Hoof. Because next turn we can get Walking Ballista and kill their board, and then they're probably not going to win from there. They have another Glimpse here. Actually, no, we can get Engineered Explosives. That's what we would get. Birchler Ranger is fine. As long as they stop and they aren't able to... They keep drawing Elves here. That's not great. Visionary? Yeah. So, we just really need them to, like, hit a cap at some point. Another Birchlore. So this is getting a bit bad because now... The E will still be good, though. Get to blow it up on one. Hopefully they stopped. No, they're going to keep going. Another Quirion. We know they have at least one land in their hand. Hoping for no, like, Cradle. Okay, there's another Visionary. And then the new Ranger can untap the other elf. Having the second Glimpse there was really, really rough. Yep. They're trying to find Cradle here. Second Glimpse? Yikes. Okay. It's not good. If we somehow get another turn. Nettle. Nettle means every one is going to be a redraw. And they have to not draw Cradle. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, they don't have the Cradle here. They only have 2 mana. Thoughtseize. Okay, that's good because they would probably keep going if they could. Are they passing? Wow, they're passing. Okay. Okay, so we can't get bridge now because this is done. So now I think we just get Engineered Explosives, pop it on 1. I'm gonna get EE here. Gonna play it for 1. They know we have fetch land, but I kind of don't care what they... Well, no, they might be incentivized to therapy. No, because I'm going to be playing both lands anyways, so... We're going to crack this now. So now they lose their entire board. They do have a bunch of cards, but they don't have Elves because they would have played them. So I assume they have lands here. Second, let me just reposition this. Alright, so this is going to happen. We unfortunately do not draw anything here. Now we're going to probably get Ballista. We're going to get Ballista here, and then we can play a Ballista on 3, kill both his Elves, and then he's going to have a hard time beating this Ballista. Probably just get Island. Ballista on 3. And I just want to kill these. In case he draws some way of... Like, if he draws a Wirewood Symbiote, then I'd have to kill him anyways, but I just don't want to mess around here. Or if he has, like, an Abrupt Decay, they're both going to have to die anyways. Dryad Arbor, it's fine. This is fine because we really want to untap with this so that we can basically just activate it again twice, which is what we're going to be doing here. So now we can activate it 3 times. Let me just try to put a counter on this. I think it's correct to just try to kill everything. Kill the Dryad Arbor. Kill the Elvish Visionary. And then we're going to... I'm not going to attack for 1 here because in case he has another Dryad Arbor, I don't want him being able to block. I don't know how many they play. So they have 2. So there we go. That's why we didn't attack. They're going to get in for 1 here, which is fine. Okay, we unfortunately don't draw anything. So we are going to put a counter here. Play a land. We're going to attack for 2. Then we're going to kill the Dryad Arbor, and we're going to pass. We're kind of just going to play this game with this Ballista until we draw something. We're going to kill this land. Very interesting game. And now no matter what they play, we're going to just kill it. I don't think I want to take 4 here to put a counter. We're just going to untap. Okay. We haven't really drawn anything. We have a lot of good redraws. I'm going to try to add a counter here. Take 2. Just going to pass. Okay, this is fine. Another Visionary, we can kill that. Okay, so Wirewood in response here, we're going to kill the Visionary because this will allow him to bounce it, and we don't want that. So then this is going to happen. Again, we have like Karn, Jace, Narset, Teferi, Brainstorm, Ponder, Mentors. Probably good enough here. So we can go Mentor plus... I want to put a counter here for sure. Let's play the Mentor. And then we are going to put a counter here. We're going to attack for 2. We want to attack first so that we get more damage in, and then we're going to kill the Wirewood. Then we're going to remove this. And we're just going to put some guys in play here. I don't want to put anything. Same thing here. Okay. And so now we're basically threatening lethal while still having ballista activation up. And there we go. We get game one. This is actually wrong. Okay, so against Elves, we won all our verdicts. We probably want... I want one of these in. We don't really have any bad cards in the matchup. If Karn resolves, though, we're probably winning anyways, so... I'd rather have these in my deck than in my sideboard. And so I probably want to cut a Jace because it's slow. I don't know how good Spell Pierce is, but post board they're going to have counter, what's it called, Thoughtseizes, and more discard. So I want to keep in Spell Pierce. It's interesting whether or not I want to board in counter spells, since they definitely want to rip apart my hand. Probably trim a Karn because it's slow. I don't think I want Force. I like Force of Will. I don't think I want the Force of Negation here. And then we can probably... I like the Snare. It hits the Visionary, but that's it, though. Maybe I cut Snare. I guess Containment Priest can stop Natural Order. I don't know if that's too narrow, though. It also stops Green Sun's Edith. Now, we're going to board in the Containment Priest, too. Yeah, we're going to leave in the Pierce. And then, what's the worst card in the deck? Might be a Mentor, since that's not really how we're winning the game. Alright, I'm down for this. We'd rather have the answers in our deck to his creatures, because they're better if we draw them. So this hand is a bit slow. We really want explosive draws. So we could ship this. It does have a Plow. It does have a Force of Will. But if they Thoughtseize and take this, our hand doesn't really do anything. It's so tough to mulligan a hand like this, though. Did they keep 7? They kept 7. This is kind of hit or miss. I'm going to mulligan it, I think, on the draw. Okay, and unfortunately this hand's unplayable. We're going to have to keep this one. Maybe get rid of these, keep this. Or I keep Snap. Narset's definitely going. Then it's either Snap or Verdict. I think it's Verdict. And we'll hopefully draw one when we get closer to 4 mana. This is a Green Sun Zenith. So I'm kind of incentivized to plow this Dryad Arbor. I think I just plow the Dryad Arbor here. Giving them more mana is very scary. Especially with like Gaia's Cradle in the deck. If they just go like play 2 guys, play Cradle, then they have 4 mana, it's like you're gonna lose. And then next turn we can Ponder. Or if I draw like a Chromox, we could do something. I'm not gonna... Okay, Visionary's fine. We find Verdict, so that's going to be very good soon. We find 1 land. I still think this is a keep, though. We're going to draw the land, then the Pierce. Because this is also a second white source. So now he's glimpsing. But glimpsing off of this is fine. Shouldn't F6. Quirion is okay. It's kind of going for like a mini glimpse here. Doesn't really have a way of continuing. We'll take one. So now the question is whether or not we want to Snapcaster and plow, or we want to ponder and try to set something up. I think I'm going to ponder here to start. Okay, we unfortunately cannot keep these. Find Island. So we do have Spell Pierce up into Verdict next turn, so it looks like we're fine. They're going to have another Glimpse. And even if they do, I'm going to Pierce it so that they're very restricted on mana when they try to go for it. Or if they're green sunning for 1, so we let that happen, and then we get them here with the Pierce. So that's good. Pierce working out. They haven't seen Pierce also, so they didn't really have a reason to play around it. And they can't really pay for it here. And then we probably just get to untap and Verdict their board. And they had the second land, but they didn't play it. Or the fourth land. This looks like a green sun for 1, though. So they had 2 green suns for 1. Probably get Heritage Druid. But they only have 2 mana, and they have to do something with it right now. Add 3 mana. This is another green sun for 1. But what are they going to get here? Wirewood? Yeah. And then they're going to untap their guy. Okay. They're going to add 3. They have 1 unknown here. Okay, that's fine. So now they can't. They have to have another elf here. Yeah, they just pass. So it's worked out well. We got to get them with the Verdict. Yeah, so we're just going to get this Verdict. This Ballista is going to be very good post-Verdict. They can return the Visionary on my turn, but they're still going to lose basically their entire board. So now we know they have Visionary, but that's fine. There's Visionary. Just play a bunch of guys. Okay, now we kind of have decisions to make. So we're 1 mana off from Snap Supreme Verdicting. Getting Ballista in play here is pretty good, though. So I think it just has to be... play Ballista for 2. And then, what do we kill with it? Probably the Heritage. Because this is just so much mana. So I ideally don't have to use this snap to plow or Verdict. Because I want to gas back up. Symbiote means I probably have to kill this Visionary. It's unfortunate, but I can't let them draw more cards. So we're going to kill the Visionary. Yep, I agree. We're going to take 2. So if we snap Verdict, we don't really have anything else going on, but they also have nothing else going on, and we have better draws than they do. Or we could just, you know, ponder. Again, they don't have anything going on now, so I think I might ponder here. Play this ponder. Okay, those are cards for sure. So we're going to draw the plow first. Play the land and then pass. And I don't think I want to plow right away. And kind of wait and see what they play. If they play natural order, I can plow something in response. So visionary, now we have to plow the wirewood in response so that they're not allowed to draw. And we just win the match. So, cool. So then we're going to draw Brainstorm. We're going to Brainstorm with it. And then we have follow-ups here. So, cool. We got that. We're now 2-1 in the league. So just in general, I do like my creature matchups. Especially with having like 2 Verdicts main now. And just a lot of ways of being able to kill creatures, so. Yeah, he just scooped. I mean, I think we're in a good spot that game. It would have to take a lot to lose, but... I mean, he was redrawing a card. He needs a glimpse, but then... I mean, I still think I'm winning that game, but... There is a world where they somehow come back from that. So do you think I should try to play the next match in this layout? That way, like, my head isn't really blocking the screen. I just don't want it to be, like, too small, but I don't think it is. Okay, so we got our next match. I don't know if I can shrink the borders, though, is the only issue. Yeah, there's a lot of movement on the page. That's true. What's up, Anurag, by the way? We met at, I believe, the last Syracuse. And if you're going, I'd love to chill a bit. Playing some blue-white. So this hand doesn't really do anything, so we're in a mulligan. Unfortunately, the flights from Canada to Atlanta, for whatever reason, are like double what they usually should be. So if it was like $300-400, yeah, I'd be going. But it's like $600-700 just to fly there, and it's kind of rough. So I don't think I'm gonna go to Atlanta. Yeah. So this hand has Planeswalkers. We could play it turn 3, turn 4, but we are on 6. They kept... Do I want to go to 5? I'm going to keep the 6. Probably ditch Planes. All right. I don't know if this is necessarily better than the current like 4-color Ren with white that I saw Edgar did really well with, and I know that you've been advocating for recently. But I figured this was doing something that could potentially be as powerful as those decks, just because we also get, we can outpace Ren and 6 with like Ancient Tombs and Chrome Moxes. And also, you know, playing Planeswalkers are cool. So it might just be strictly worse. It also, your mana base gets better. See, like that was really good. So now we get to play it on turn 2. I don't want to get wastelanded, so I think we're going to play Vista and pass. Did somebody say turn 2 Jace the Mind Sculptor? Okay, so they're passing. That really sucks. We really wanted to draw any card there so that we could, you know, not have to put, you know, not have to put Narset under and get dazed. Yeah, so how we beat Ren and 6, I was thinking of just going over the top, but unfortunately that's not amazing. So I was thinking about like what ways to kill it, and unfortunately, like playing a bunch of Council's Judgment in this deck is not really where you want to be. Post board, you get like Hydro Blast and Purge, and you can counter it, but again, it's not like the best plan. So I'm not really sure. Like the Delver decks have been my hardest matchup, because like you need, like, yes, Council's Judgment can answer both Ren and 6 and True Name Nemesis, but I found just like playing a bunch of Verdicts is like the best way of dealing with True Name and like all the creatures, but then Ren and 6 is just a huge problem because I don't have creatures to pressure it. So I don't know yet. I was thinking in my previous build, I was playing main deck Ashiok, and I was just trying to exile the yard and like prevent the fetch lands. But against any of like the creatures, the Ashioks just like did nothing. Yeah, it's really unfortunate because I feel like Legacy's in a really good spot. But now with Ren and 6, you know, incentivizing people playing a bunch more colors. I listen to your podcast, which is really sick Legacy podcast. I love what you guys do, and like listening to your 4-color, you know, snow episode. I did like, you know, integrate a bunch of the aspects into here, like playing answers to it, even like Ashiok, but the card is just so good on its own that you're playing like kind of bad cards or like really narrow cards to answer it, that you're kind of diluting your own game plan. And then like the blue cards are like the rug package is just so good that you're basically just making your deck a lot worse. So it is a bit unfortunate. So here it looks like they're playing stock Miracles. I don't even know if it's Miracles. I don't know what this is. Like they're probably playing Astrolabe in their deck. So it's like, are they a Delver deck? Do they have Daze? Because they played Preordain, I'm going to assume they don't have Daze. So maybe I just want to jam like a 4-mana Walker. Or I could play around Spell Pierce, but then I'd have to put something under Chrome Mox, which I don't really want to do. So kind of an interesting spot. Gonna get... Yeah, it could be combo, but like the Snowlands... I don't know if they're like... Maybe I should just be playing Snowlands too because I can bluff Astrolabe. So maybe it's just free to be playing Snowlands. I really don't want to put a Jace under a Chrome Mox. Maybe I think I actually just cast... Yeah, Snowlands are very free. I think I'm going to play a 4-mana Walker here. I think I'm going to go with Jace. Because either way, something's going to get Spell Pierced if it's going to get countered. And at least next turn I can play around Spell Pierced by playing Narset. So he's playing... Brainstorm. Okay. Again, like, if... Like, playing a mid-range fight against Ren and 6 is just not... Wow, this resolved. So, they're playing a red deck, so... I think I should just Fate Seal. They just brainstormed. Do I want to Fate Seal myself or them? I don't know. I already have what I'm playing next turn. It could be Sneak and Show. This is true, and they're just playing Snowlands. I think I want to Fate Seal them. Okay. So they're playing, yeah, some sort of Miracles. So we'll leave Plow on top. Well, no, because I don't want this to die the Bolt, but clearly they're not a Bolt deck now. And they're going to play... That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I'm thinking about is just playing like Storm or, yeah, some combo deck to like go over Ren and 6. Which may unfortunately be the only way to beat it. Since playing like a fair fight and not playing red because now they have a bunch of Pyroblasts is probably a losing battle. So we are going to Brainstorm here. And so now we can play our own Teferi. And then we can also play another Walker. So that's the play here. Put these back. And then we're going to fetch this to get Plains. Yeah, get Plains. Then we're going to play this. They let this happen. Now I get to play Chromox. So now they can't play anything, and then we're gonna get the Narset down. It's like I really want to play more of a kind of this style of deck. Like I've played Miracles in the past. Obviously playing Planeswalkers is fun, but if unfortunately Ren and 6 is just that good, it might just be that you have to play some combo deck and you can't play a mid-range deck. So Force of Will is useless because of this, so I'll just take a Ponder. But I mean, now they can't draw anything. We're going to win every counter war. We still have a Jace in play, so I can't see them winning this. Like, this deck has basically been beating every non-Ren and 6 deck. So I've been very happy there. It's just how can I beat Ren and 6? So now they have Jace. But we have Karn. And I don't think they're going to have an answer to Karn. So I think we can just win this. Teferi goes up. So we can... They brainstormed. Oh, they have Bolt in their deck. Interesting. Again, I really don't want this Teferi to die. I think I just brainstorm with this. Although I brainstormed and put... No, I fetched last turn. So yeah, let's brainstorm. Okay, these cards are not doing anything. Then we'll fetch with this. We're going to win with this Karn. Unless they have, you know, more bolts. It might be like a Stoneblade deck, but I don't know. Let's get Island. We're going to play Ponder. Another Narset is good, but the other cards are bad. But the Narset's going to go through the other cards. I can't play both this turn, though. It's funny. What if I just Karn and I can Needle like Jace or something? Or I just put a Ballista in play? It's like no, if I get Narset in play and just leave it there, he can't win. So I think I just get the Narset here. No. This, I don't care. This is going to go up. We're not even going to... Although I do want to activate this, but I don't think I should. Because now they can't brainstorm. They can't really do anything. They have to have 2 bolts. They're fate sealing probably me. Yeah. Is this a Stoneforge? Main deck Rest in Peace? What is going on? Okay. You have a Rest in Peace. That's fine. Okay. So now they can't play anything. So we can... Let's see. I have... Yeah, it might be a Jeskai Helm deck. So here we're going to brainstorm, and then we're going to shuffle with the Narset, maybe? These are not cards, but the Force of Will is also not a card. None of these are cards. Maybe I can get this off the board. I just don't think having those are worth it. I kind of just want to Karn and play a Balliston too, maybe? This can bounce this, but I really don't want this to die. I think I just play the Karn here. And then... Can I die next turn? Actually, 1 second. I could die next turn. Right? Because they... How does Helm work? I think I can die. So I may have... so I can... Actually, no. I'm going to get Needle. I'm going to Needle Helm of Obedience. Yeah, let's do that. Helm doesn't work. Oh, I have a Karn. Yeah, nice. So, well... I guess I'm just gonna... Yeah, we do have Karn. This is true. I guess I just get Lattice here. So they have to have Bolt. Okay, so Helm. What if they just bolt that and then kill me? So let me see. Yeah, so I think I still have to get it here. Because if they just have Bolt, they're just going to kill me. So, let's still do this. And then... We're just going to pass. Again, like, we're just basically eliminating the ways that they can actually win the game. You can't play anything here. Can't play anything here. Yep. Also, they exiled their own Bolt, so if they have a Snapcaster, they can't even Snap Bolt anymore. And if they have nothing, if they just pass, they just die to Lattice on my turn. So, looks good. That's fine. If they just pass, they die. They're fate sealing themselves. Well, it costs blue that you would want to play on the opponent's end step. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they're going to probably have Pyroblast. Let's cut. Doesn't look like they're playing creatures, so we have a bunch of bad cards here. And then this could be fine. This could be, but they're rest in piecing, so we probably don't want that. Force, Fluster. I could board some number of this in. Maybe like Engineered Explosives. Needle? Yeah, they might just have a bad deck. This is true. It's weird because we're playing the same kind of cards, so... Oops. I don't think I actually want to Needle my own walkers. All these cards are bad. I kind of just need 2 bad cards. They're going to have Pyroblast, so maybe I think just boarding in Hydroblast is okay. And then... They're playing Rest in Peace, but... I'll board in Crucible. This snap is not going to be great either. Maybe it's Needle's just better than Crucible. I could see that. But if we are playing like sort of a mid-range game and they don't have Rest in Peace, then this is going to do big work. So I think I'm going to try the Crucible. Well, it's not about having a 3-mana rock. It's about having something that's relevant. Like a relevant card. So this hand can play a turn 2 Teferi. But if this doesn't work, I have a bunch of dead cards. You know, I'm going to keep this hand. I want to try this hand. This could be very wrong, but I want to try this hand. I'm playing a Chrome Mox deck for whatever reason. So let's draw Brainstorm. So I think I lead with this. I'm going to put the Days Undoing. So now, if I go for the Brainstorm here, I think He's just going to, like, Spell Pierce it. I think I should just play Brainstorm. Yeah, I think I just play turn 1 Brainstorm. Okay, we have cards now. I don't want lands. Actually, no, I don't want a Chrome Mox. And then we're going to fetch this afterwards. Okay. This is fine. They're going to pass. We're going to upkeep, fetch. Get island. Fetch with this. Plains. I guess I just play Teferi, since it's going to win every counter war. The thing is, like, Force of Will isn't great in these mirrors because it's just going to get Pyroblasted. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna play some Snowlands. Put some Snowlands in our deck after this. It's just like free not to. Okay, he doesn't have a land, so I guess I just run out Jace. Like, do I want second white? I have one double white spell, but so they have a 2-mana counter spell or like a Pyroblast. I think I force. Yeah. It really sucks that like all the Ren piles get to play Pyroblast also, because it's so good against this deck. Okay, they force back. This is fine. Yeah, it's really just like how to beat Ren and 6 with like blue and white cards, and it's very hard. Even though like we're not even playing against Ren and 6, it's just like it has such an overbearing kind of, you know, stranglehold of the format. Because you're either playing it and getting so much value in these mid-range mirrors, or you got to be doing something completely different that can somehow punish them for playing a 2-mana Planeswalker, like Chalice deck or a combo deck. I guess if you want to call Chalice a combo deck, like just not a fair deck. So they only have 3 cards. Hopefully this is not a Narset or Teferi. Mentor. Well, it's not either of those. So now we really just need a spell. Okay, that's a spell. And then this is a spell. This is good. Hopefully there's no second Force of Will here. Okay, so this is going to bounce this. And now we get to basically gas back up with some Ponders. I really like what this deck is doing. Like, I think it's doing something inherently powerful. Especially given what kind of ways of like cheating Planeswalkers in play with like faster mana. So now they can replay the Mentor. I guess I did cut all of my... I cut all my removal, which I think was correct at the time. We didn't see Mentors. I mean, we could obviously board in like a Verdict or something for game 3. They're going to replay the Mentor. I assume they kept with the Ponder, found the fetch land. There's the mentor. We're going to play Ponder. Find Narset, but the issue is now I don't have an answer to mentor. I think this is still fine. I could draw the Narset or I could draw a land and then... No, I can't do that. Okay, we'll draw Narset here. We're going to play Narset. We're going to get... I could just like... I think I just take another Narset. Tick this up. Pass. So now they have a decision to make which one they want to kill. Yeah, I did leave myself a bit vulnerable, but I still like Teferi's to bounce, Jace to bounce, Karn to get some way of killing it. But I could definitely see leaving in like a verdict. You just really don't want to draw dead cards if you're playing a fair fight. Then again, like, they didn't see creatures either, so they're more likely to cut their creatures, and I'm going to win with mentors also. So this is going to probably kill Narset? Doesn't have a spell. Okay, that's big. That's very big here. So we shuffled with this. This is going to go up. So they can't play anything here. I think I lead with Ponder. We find Karn. Karn's not bad here. Although I could draw the... No, I draw the Karn here. Yeah. Draw the Karn. And then fetch for probably planes, or... I guess I have a Council's Judgment. It's possible I just want to have a second Council's Judgment in my sideboard, just so I have like answers that deal kill with this, but also don't aren't just bad on their own. Like if they don't have this, I have a verdict. It's pretty bad for me. I'm gonna get a Tundra here. I don't think they're gonna wasteland me or anything. We're gonna get Karn now in play, and then I think I just tick up. So now what we can do is they are going to have to attack probably the Narset, the Teferi. I don't even know. Probably the Teferi. They still don't have a spell. Or they have Brainstorms or whatever, and they can't play them. Or like Ponders. Yeah, okay. So I'm really hoping they don't find... I could just get the Lattice in play next turn, but then they're going to have creatures, so I may have to just go for Bridge and then go for Lattice. Depends what they do here. We're really hoping they don't draw a Bolt for this so that I can bounce their Mentor or whatever. It depends. If they play more spells, then... and they have more monks, then yeah, then bouncing the Mentor's worse. But if they like play a bunch of spells here, then I kind of want to get Bridge and go down to 0 cards while taking this up. And then at that point, I can just win by never letting them attack. If they only give me 1 monk here, then yeah, we'll just bounce this, put Lattice in play, and then... what is this? Another Mentor? Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, that is a card. Discarding Palace Jailer, Seasoned Pyromancer. Wow. Okay. They just boarded into the creature plan. Okay. So now we're just gonna Karn Bridge. Old Spice himself. The days I'm doing here, being there is unfortunate since it would be something nice to hit. Capped with the Ponder. Okay, so now we are going to get the bridge here. We're going to tick this up. We're going to put Snapcaster under this. We're going to play Ensnaring Bridge, and then we're going to play Narset, and we're not going to activate it. So that I don't have one card in my hand. And now they're in a lot of trouble. Because they basically have no redraws. Next turn we're going to play Lattice, and then they lose the game. So what else is in my board? I still have the Ballista too, so that could be the win con. This is like a Jace or something? Okay, that's fine. They can't redraw here, so that they're probably dead now. Just the combo of like Teferi and then doing whatever you want is just insane. To the point where maybe I'm supposed to be playing 4 Teferi. Pithing Needle. This is fine because whatever they needle, I just bounce it. If they name this, we get Lattice. If they name this, we bounce it, we get Lattice. So that's fine. So they name Karn. So we have to hope we don't draw 2 lands now, I think. That's the first land. I mean, I have to bounce this. Force of Negation. That's not good. Okay, so now what's the play here now? This can now get Lattice, but then they have 1/1s that they can attack with. The E's in the deck, not the board. I had to not draw something I couldn't play there. Unless I activate Narset. This force can force the needle, which is good. I think I activate this. Let's see what we find here. We're gonna have to navigate this game in an interesting way now. Teferi could be good. Oh no, we can get the Brainstorm here. Okay, we get the Brainstorm. Then we Brainstorm. I think we might do it. We drew 3 counter spells. Can I Hydroblast or do I have enough mana? Hydroblast. No, I'm 1 mana short here. Because I could put back... One, two... So they're going to Karn, and now I don't have the Teferi to bounce it, so I have to counter the thing. This is not good. Put back land. Force. We'll fetch with this. What can this get? You can get Ballista. Or it could get Needle. 1, 2, 3. I guess my play here is to just Karn, get Ballista. And then play this, play Ballista for 2. Tick up. Maybe. Could I have done all that? No, but I was 1 mana short. Because now I can play this. And then just Hydroblast this. Play this for 2. Then kill this. Then my creature's dying. I can wait here, actually. No, because... Well, if they go to attack... Yeah, this is really tough. The problem is I just had to draw, like, a land and, like, some random thing I could play. They played the needle, so that was really bad, I think. Because now I get to force this. But now I can't... I mean, I guess this is fine now, right? They had to attack first? They had to attack first. So maybe this worked out. Definitely a tough turn to navigate, though. So next turn we can go up with the Karn, and then we can get the lattice. That's an interesting play. All right, so we are going to probably just kill a monk. Yeah, I'll just kill a monk here. Hitting the Jace doesn't really do anything. Yeah, they can't do anything here. Hoping I draw a counterspell. Okay. Tick this up. Tick this up. Land go. We might still be able to get this. As long as I don't draw a card I can't play next turn. Yeah. Okay, we just have to draw a land. If we draw a land or anything, we're going to win. Not a counterspell. Nice. Okay, so I think that means we win this game. So now we're going to go get lattice. Gonna put the lattice in play, so now they can't play spells. And then we basically just have to keep our hand below 1 now. Unfortunately, I can't tap these for mana, so maybe I should have tapped them, but it doesn't matter because we're still going to be... We just have to get our hand down below 1 every turn now until we can, you know, find an answer for that. So that is unfortunately a spell pierce. So we're going to activate with this. Hopefully find something we can spell pierce. Could get a brainstorm. Let's get a brainstorm. And then I think I just brainstorm here. Okay. So now we can go... What's left of my board? Oh, 1 second. This turns everything colorless, so you can get anything? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that's how that worked. So you could Karn to go get Verdict. Okay. I have to keep my hand below 1 here. So now we get to put Karn on top. Play Control. Play Spell Pierce. Then counter our own Spell Pierce here. Don't want to play this. Sure, we'll start killing lands. It doesn't matter. Or it just turns them into colorless. Colorless artifact. Okay, so that doesn't work. This is still fine, though. I thought we had a sneaky way of winning this. But we don't. Again, I just have to keep my hand below 1. We have a mentor on top. I do have to win the game somehow. Crypt. We'll just kill this. We'll keep this one. We're going to draw Mentor. I mean, I could start bouncing tokens, maybe. Play Mentor. We'll just tick up this turn. This. I guess I want to get just a random thing I can play. Just get a Crypt. Play this Crypt. I think I know I'm going to win this game. They can't play spells. We're going to have to start bouncing their board and then bounce our own bridge and then kill them. Okay, that's good. So we're going to bounce the monk token. Play land. Just go get needle. Play needle. We just need enough blockers here so that now this will name, I don't know, Helm. Doesn't matter. We'll play this. This I want to yield. Okay, so now we have enough blockers so that we can't actually lose now. I just have to not time out. So now we're going to pass. We just have to keep this Teferi in play. Narset's cool. We're going to draw with this. Narset. Yep. We'll choose this one. We'll activate this. We'll take another one. We're going to play this. Just need to make enough dudes now to actually win the game. Play this. Keep this one. And then I could still activate this one since... Ooh, engineered explosives. I could just get Council's Judgment here. Tick this up on this. Pass the turn. And then eventually I just have to bounce my own bridge. And then attack with everything. While they can't play a spell. Teferi's good, so we're just gonna keep bouncing. I guess I can bounce big guys here, since it doesn't matter. Play another Teferi. Only have 2 minutes, but should be fine here. Moto's going crazy. I guess I could just bounce the bridge now. Keep this one. This will activate. We still have 2 minutes. Okay, that's a Jace, so that should lock it up now. This is very annoying, though. Keeps, like, going wild. How much damage do I have right now? I guess I just... this, we're just gonna bounce this, and we'll just go for it next turn. Okay, we're just gonna pass. The next turn we get to bounce the bridge. I don't think there's an auto stack button. Okay, so now we get to go... Just have to do this in time now. Cool. Okay, do this. No. See, like, it's going crazy. Okay, there we go. Council's Judgment. Kill this. And then Jace will bounce another one. We're going to return this creature to Toner's hand. Right-click on the battlefield. Stack abilities automatically. I just did that. Okay, it's fine. Play this. Then this is going to bounce our own bridge. And then, do I have lethal here? 2 blockers, yeah. So then we're just going to attack. Attack all at you. Well, I clicked on stack abilities. Oh, I guess that would happen for future ones. I see. Cool. We did it. Really, really fun game. Playing walkers is cool. I like that they boarded into like a creature plan, or I don't know if they were actually playing that, but again, like I've really been liking this in just against non-Ren and 6 decks. Yeah, I clicked the mentor. I realized that the mentor ones was what Moto was kind of freaking out about. So let's see if we can get the 4-1 here. We're playing... Yeah, this is fine. See, what's really funny is that you can, Chrome Mox and then Brainstorm on turn 1. Lotus Petal. This could be Storm? It's probably Storm. Petal Go is... Why would you play Petal and pass? It could be Sneak and Show, maybe? Okay, we're going to lead on this. We need as many looks to... probably put Brainstorm under here, and then Brainstorm with this. Okay. So I want to get Karn in play as early as possible. Could probably ditch a Ponder, maybe ditch a Snap. And then we'll play this other Ponder. I mean, playing Narset or Karn is going to be good against them, and having the CJ. I'm going to get Tundra here because I might want to play Council Judgment next turn. We find Chromox, so that would let me play Karn next turn. So I think that's worth it. So we're going to draw... We'll draw Ponder here, and then we'll draw the Chromox. We didn't find Force of Will, so... We'll see what they're doing. Snow-covered island. Okay. Could be anything. Could be the world. Misty. It looks like Storm. Or Ant, specifically. Fetching with this. Yeah, so I think it's Ant. So against Ant, both of these are going to be very good. If they don't have... Like, whichever one they take, we're just going to play the other one. If they take one of them. And if not, I think I just play the Karn. Because it's going to invalidate... Yeah, that's the thing, which is why it's probably worth it to just play Snow in any deck. So, did they keep with the Ponder? They chose to keep with the Ponder. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna Karn here. Well, I mean, we'll try to. I don't know what they're doing. They could be a slower deck. So we're going to put the Ponder here. Could be the Council's Judgment, because this is going to hit artifacts anyways. So I think it's actually the CJ. And then we're going to play turn 2 Karn. Against what is presumably an ant deck. So I could go get... We're guaranteed to draw a Chromox next turn. So I could try to... Maybe I just take Crypt here. Because of Past in Flames, if they somehow can go off. I think Crypt is probably the safest thing here. So we'll get the Crypt. And then we're not going to pop it yet because they have to play rituals before the Cabal ritual. Infernal Tutor. Yeah, that one's fine. They find Dark Ritual. And then they pass. So if I can find a Ancient Tomb off this, we win. Because we get Lattice. So I think I go for that. We'll Ponder with this. I mean, well... If I do that, I'm not locked to put a Narset in play. But I think just like having I win the game. Okay, so they're starting to... So is just putting Narset in play here good enough? We could just put Narset, then activate, get another Narset, and pass. And then we have Narset and Karn. They'd have to go... Then I'm kind of scared of Ad Nauseam, though. But they can't play LED, so... I think this is good enough, just putting a Narset in play. So we want to draw... I need to draw a blue card. But then I'm not guaranteed to play... No, I guess I keep the island here, actually. Yeah, we keep island. We keep island so that I'm guaranteed to have a Lattice for next turn. And then we get to... put Narset in play, activate this, take... Is there any way they empty? They could empty. Yeah, so I think I take the empty protection here. I don't want to take down this turn. So we'll just... This will give them, though, another card for the Cabal ritual. But we have the Crypt. I'm just going to kill this. And then I'm going to pass. They still need one card for Threshold. And then if they get Threshold, we're just going to crypt them. And if not, then we Lattice next turn and win. Yeah, so I think this is just going to be a clear Lattice. We could activate this first. Sure, take another Karn. Cast this. Put this under here. They're F6, so this Lattice should be good enough. And then we're going to cast Lattice. And yeah, there we go. So up a game on Ant. So against Ant, we want Counterspell. They have Flusterstorms they're going to probably board in. That's likely it, though. They might board in like Echoing Truth. But I mean, that's fine. We board an Ashiok. Plows are kind of useless. Same as Verdict. They're going to probably board an empty, so I do want to keep probably a Verdict, maybe two in my deck. Oh, I definitely want Flusterstorm. That's why it's in the board. Let's see. I could board in Hydroblast for like the Past in Flames or the... It's basically for Past in Flames. But I mean, it's better than these cards. And we definitely want Surgical. E is very interesting because it can kill... it can just blow up on 0. It's not great because we're playing zeros. But if they put LEDs in play, we could just maybe get them with the E. So I'm down to try it out. I don't think I want any verdicts. Well, I don't just want to die to if they have like a quick empty. I think all these cards are good. E's probably... Oh, no. If I board an E, then I don't need the verdict because we have an answer. So I think I do this. Oops. Yeah, we'll go with this. Okay, so this is a... We have a Force of Will, but their deck is very good at beating a Force of Will. This hand is not amazing. We don't have like a quick Narset or a quick Karn. This card's not doing much. This card's not doing much. We have a Force of Will, but I think we could do better. They kept 7. It's like I really want to keep this hand, but if they turn 1 Thoughtseize, take the Ponder, then my hand does absolutely nothing. I'm gonna mulligan this. Could be wrong. Alright, we're gonna keep this, which is basically the same hand, but we have a Teferi instead of a Days Undoing, so we're gonna bottom this Plains. So it sounds definitely a little bit better. Turn 1 discard. That's fine. They'll probably take the Force here. Yep. Oops. Ooh, that's cool. So we're going to play Ponder here. Hopefully find Narset or Karn. Those are cards, but I can't really play any of them. It is a Brainstorm, though. It's probably incorrect to not keep a Brainstorm here. So the worst card in this hand is probably Jace. So we're going to draw Jace first, and then Brainstorm. And then I could probably play the Chrome Mox here, put the Jace under it. Hold up. For whatever reason, hold up Hydroblast. I could have... The thing is, I could have kept the Brainstorm, put either of these, and then held a Brainstorm, but I don't really care if they hit my hand again. Since if for whatever reason they go off on turn 2, I at least have a Hydroblast up. But I mean, they also know about it, so they wouldn't play into it if they had a way of, you know, taking card out of my hand. Alright, they're going to fetch. Are they really going to try to go off now? Or if they just have an early ad nauseam? Hurkyl's Recall. Really? That's so weird. It's probably just to build Storm Count. We're going to float here. Do they think they can go off? Okay, they have 2 cards. It's got to be like Ritual Ad Nauseam, LED, Infernal Tutor, and they have exactly enough to Ad Nauseam. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. The thing is, their Ad Nauseams, when they have 0 mana to start, are going to be a lot worse because you basically have to hit a Lotus Petal to continue to go off, or you have to hit LED. So that's what they're thinking about. Or maybe they're thinking if they just get past in Flames here. No, there's the Infernal Tutor. That's what we thought. Yeah, so they're going to go for the Ad Nauseam here. Oh, they could have went for empty. They could have went for empty. I think if they have empty in their deck, they probably should have went for empty. All right, this is fine. Let's see how they do. Delta, take 2. Okay. The problem is their hand is going to be stacked. They boarded in Hercule's Recall, which is... I guess it's if I have Karn Lattice, then they're going to want to have recalls. So I have a Mentor 3 cards down. This is their turn 2, so they're going to have to ship, and we'll know their hand. So now I kind of wish I was drawing Mentor this turn, because we would win the game. Yeah, so they're going to pass here. So let's see what they discard. Misty, Delta, Infernal. Should probably Brainstorm. Should probably get rid of this Thoughtseize. It is their only way of looking at my hand, though. Preordain. And Cabal and Recall. So this is their hand. They have 2 Cabal Rituals. They have an Infernal Tutor. They have a Ponder, a Brainstorm, and a Thoughtseize. They can't empty their hand, though. I don't think. So I know I have a Mentor on top of my deck. And it would be really good if I drew an Ancient Tomb here. So I think I... Does this do anything, though? Likely not. So I think I go for the Brainstorm here. Really want to find Ancient Tomb. Force of Negation's good, though. They don't have the Hercule's Recall, so we can play our Chrome Mox pretty freely here. I want to put Mentor on top of my deck. I also want to put, I think, Teferi. We're going to probably imprint the Hydroblast. Play this. Actually, I want to pitch the Hydroblast to this. They want to Thoughtseize me, though. But I need 3 mana. No, we're going to definitely play the Chrome Mox here. Probably on the Hydroblast. Keep 2 blue cards. Yeah. And then draw the Mentor. And then... The only part about this, though, is that we're not going to have a spell to play. No, because we're going to draw the Teferi the turn after, so we're going to have 3. So this actually works out really well for us. And if they play the Thoughtseize, then they're going to die to the Mentor anyways. I want to play the Chrome Mox this turn because if they somehow Thoughtseize it, I can't play Mentor and I lose the game. So that's why. I don't want to, like, lose if they somehow just, like, take my mana. Which, again, I don't think they would. But it's kind of free. Okay, so they're playing a Ritual here. I think that's fine. Like, I just want to counter their Business Spell here. Or they're going to Thoughtseize first now. Maybe I'm just supposed to counter that. Because here's the Thoughtseize now. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to force the first thing there. So I could force this, but it doesn't do anything. So I let this happen. Alright, we could die here. Let's Brainstorm with the fetch land. They're trying to go for it. This Brainstorm's got to kind of brick here. They hit LED, so yeah, now we're dead. I think we're dead. No, we're not necessarily dead here. Oh, they're going to get Past in Flames. And then if we had Hydroblast, we'd probably win. Yeah, there's probably a way to play that better. If I don't play the Chromox there, and then we force pitch this, and then I have Hydroblast for the Piff. There's probably a winning line there. Do I want to change anything up for game 3? Maybe I want the Crypt. Maybe I cut this Jace. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Cut it to Fairy. Alright, game 3 for the 4-1. We're going to keep our hand. I'm going to lead with Ponder. What do these cards do? So I unfortunately cannot play a turn 2 Karn. I can play a turn 3 Karn that's protecting with a force. I think this is probably good enough. Although I could see just bottoming this and hoping to draw actual cards. Ooh, this is close. Oh, you don't see it. This is sorry. Okay. I have to realize that my things have to go here. All right, so we can draw the E and the Chromox. Yeah, I think I ship it to. We unfortunately draw a land. It's not a good one. This is fine. How did they keep with this? 2 on the bottom. Okay, Narset's good. Just gonna play Island and pass. We're gonna just try to. We have Forcible curving into Narset, curving in the Karn, which hopefully should be good enough here. Misty. Pass. So this turn, I don't really have a reason to fetch here, so I think I just do this into Narset. They could have an Abrupt Decay, but okay, here we're definitely taking a Brainstorm. Okay, I need to make sure I show that on stream, since for me I see it, but I don't want things to get covered. So I assume this is going to be an end of turn Abrupt Decay. Or do I want to counter this Echoing Truth? Okay, this is a question. If I counter this Echoing Truth and they just go off, I'm going to look really bad. So I think I just let this happen. I really just want to resolve the Karn since... Or just replay the Narset and just try to stockpile counterspells. They're just passing, so... Okay. So we can just replay Narset. They're going to probably Brainstorm in response. I think I still just play Narset here since I want to find 2 counterspells. Activate. Engineered Explosives. I guess I take it here. Yeah, it protects me against the Goblin plan, so I think I take it. And then I'll probably get a... I can get a Tundra here. So we'll just play this and pass. They did nothing. So we have Force and a Hydroblast. It's not a lot, but hopefully it's enough. Okay, so now we can brainstorm. I think I have to. And we need to find a second Force here. We found the second Force. So the best card in my hand is Karn, so I want to hide that. I need to keep all the blue cards in my hand. I'll just let them take a Force of Will. So we're going to hide the Karn on top, and then maybe I want to hide the EE in case that's their plan. Or I could hide the CJ. Doesn't really matter. I think I tuck the EE here. And put the Karn on top, and then let them duress me. They're going to probably take a Force of Will. But then we still have a second Force of Will. They're just going to pass. So now, I mean, it's free to activate this again. We'll take Spell Pierce for sure here. So now we can just play Karn. Let's see. We can play... I could just hold up everything. This is... Again, I don't see how they beat a Karn, though. They could have an end of turn Echoing Truth on this. In which case we... Maybe I just Brainstorm? No, Brainstorm's bad. This is like... an embarrassment of riches. Let's see. I think I just play this Karn. And I'm going to get Tormod's Crypt. So I hopefully did not board in. I boarded in Tormod's Crypt. I guess I just get Needle then. I don't want to get the Lattice Thoughtseized. So we'll take Needle and we'll just pass here. With Force plus Spell Pierce. So they could have an end of turn. Nothing. Okay. They're just passing. We just need a land now. That's also a good draw. I think I'll lead with Brainstorm here. Okay, those are good cards. We're going to pitch land and probably just Needle. I don't need it here. We'll fetch for Island. We're going to play this land. We're going to play Crypt. We're going to play Ashiok. And now they basically have no way to win. So they have to fetch here in response. Again, I think they have a Hercules recall and they're waiting for me to lattice them and then they're going to bounce everything. So we don't want that to happen. So we are going to exile their yard. And we're just going to play this. I'm going to take up my Karn. Again, we're just playing this control game that they can't really fight because now they can't search, they can't draw, and they can't use artifacts, and we have 3 counter spells. So and then we could just like start Jace and like ticking up on them or like brainstorming. Like it really doesn't matter. That's fine. It doesn't do anything. That's fine. It doesn't do anything. Look at this. Yeah, they're going for empty. Okay. So I have just like Ballista or whatever. This is fine. We can Hydroblast one of them. Then I could probably just Spell Pierce the other. Okay. I'm not going to Force the Will here because we want to keep the Jace. So now... let's go and get Ballista. Land. I'm just going to play a Ballista for 3. Hey, Dave. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. You're watching the tail end of round 5, game 3, which we are likely going to win here. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. And we're going to pass. We don't need to activate this, but let's just activate it because why not? So now they can't even attack because we can block and shoot 3 things down. We still have Force of Will. They can't fetch. They can't draw. They can't search. Hurkyl's Recall. So I could just Force of Will this, or I could just kill 3 things. Is there any way I can lose if I play this Force of Will? I don't think so. Like, what 1 card could they play on 4 mana? So I think we just force this. So they're going to attack. This isn't going to work out. We're going to kill this. Kill this. Kill this. I could actually crypt myself and then get the Ballista back, which is kind of cool. Surgical. Sure. Let's surgical this just to see their hand. Yeah, so that was their last card. I'll let this get bounced. Then we're gonna remove this, and yeah, they basically have no way to win except for like raw tendrils. So this is fine. We can now Council's Judgment that. Tick this up on nothing. I'm just going to keep milling him so I can hopefully hit the tendrils. We did not. Pass. So even if they draw the tendrils here, they only have it for 8. And we get there. So we get the 4-1. Really cool. Again, I've been really liking this deck. So that league, we lost to Rug Delver, and then we beat Lands, Elves, Jeskai, Helm, Control, and we beat Ant. Again, I've been really liking this deck and against basically every non-Ren and 6 deck. This deck has been doing really, really well, but it's beating Ren and 6 is the issue. And I don't really know the open a chest. I don't want to open a chest. No, wait. What am I doing? We got only 59 chests. You know, I can't go too crazy. I actually opened a bunch of chests recently because I had to get to 250 play points. And I got garbage. I got nothing. As far as where I can go with this list, new things we tried out. This land was actually surprisingly good. Again, it's really good off Ancient Tomb and Sky Cloud to play a turn 2 Teferi, or like a turn 3 Verdict if you draw an Ancient Tomb. It does open you up a bit more to Wasteland, but we already have so many lands vulnerable to Wasteland that it doesn't really affect it. I'm gonna put some snow-covered lands in my deck. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm all ears. I definitely want to help make this deck good enough to bring to a big tournament. Other cards I was trying out was One Snap, which I liked. It did its purpose. It basically gives you 2 of copies of a lot of the good instants or sorceries we want to play. I've been liking being on 3 Karn. 3 Teferi was very good. I really like this list. I just think the list is inherently bad against Ren and 6, and that's the problem. And just like playing more Hydroblast or like Purge, I don't think is gonna really help enough. So that is the problem. Again, like you could play more counter spells, which honestly might be the approach I need to take. Like play another Spell Pierce to hopefully have the counter spell for it. But again, it's not always it doesn't always like line up like that. And then if you draw counter spells after they have Ren and 6, then your counter spells just look really bad. So the Days Undoing, I've really liked having 1 just because in spots where it's dead, you just put under Chromox or you can fetch it away. Obviously, any game you Narset Days Undoing, you're going to win, most likely. You should win all those games. So maybe we just want to go more in on that plan. It's possible we want 2 of these. I have been liking Mentor, just like having that line of attack. Again, I think the list is very trim. There was a really cool card, which I don't have. It was this card. So what this card allows you to do is when your planeswalkers die, you can actually get back 2, or I guess 3, right? Because you get to bring it back and then copy it. So I could see like wanting to play 1 of this card, but is this just worse than playing like another Days Undoing? I'm not exactly sure. I've been really happy with the Wish package. All these cards have been pretty good. You don't want to die to combo, but again, your combo matchup's like really good, just because we have a bunch of counter spells. The Depths matchup is surprisingly good because you have Plows and Teferis, so you're not weak on that front. I guess I'll open up 1 chest for the fans. For the fans, open up our chesty. That's funny. We actually hit the reclamation. That's hilarious. I don't think it's worth anything, but that's really funny. Let's see if this Dryad Arbor is worth anything either. Big old 63 cents. And oh, this card's worth 2 tickets. Cool. So we got our money back for the chest. So Karakas, I played Karakas before, but I found that it makes you more vulnerable to Wasteland, and it doesn't actually help your Ren and 6 matchup because it's just another land that's going to die to the Wasteland, and there's nothing in their deck they care about. So while it's fine, we don't really need more ways of dealing with legendary creatures. But see, Unexpectedly Absent is also fine, but they're just going to replay it, right? And then we're in the same spot. I like Council Judgment because it at least kills it. So maybe I would try, putting either a second one in the main or in the board. Other than that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you like what you saw, make sure to follow so you know when I'm live next. Follow me on Twitter at Swarm of Mats. Again, know when I'm going to go live and post deck lists. That's true. I can maybe see this card being worth it. The VOD's going to be on YouTube in case you missed anything and you want to rewatch some games. So that's going to be cool. Still going to work on this deck. I think again it's doing something doing something cool to the point where maybe it's reasonable in the format. But again, if at Syracuse, I am going to expect a lot of Ren and 6 decks, and if this deck just can't keep up with it, then I don't think it's a good choice. So yeah. There's definitely a lot of cool options, but this card is just too good. Like, we could... The thing is, like, the first match, I assume my opponent had Ren and 6 in their deck, but we still just lost to their creatures. So even then, like, the matchup doesn't seem amazing. So maybe it's just playing, like, 2 Council's Judgment over the Unexpectedly Absent. Not sure. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thanks, everyone, again for tuning in. And yeah, hope everyone has a great day. Probably be on this week for, you know, some more cool stuff. Maybe some Modern later. So yeah. See ya. Hey, Lewis CBR, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. Thanks for stopping by for some Legacy. Definitely want to play more soon. Recipes could be good too. That's also something I'll probably try out soon enough. Yeah, I'd be down to try to Rest in Peace. I'll throw it in the list. Thanks for tuning in. Just chill here with the chat, in case anybody